Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Before I go into today's talk, I want to apologize way ahead of time. I have very bad flu, so forgive me if I don't know, if I sneeze or if I try to blow my nose or something like that. It's been running and it's not stopping. And I have to do this video, okay? So today we're going to be talking about areas you can find very cheap apartments, in Brazil, okay? My focus today is in Sao Paulo because this is where I live and this is where I really know places. Okay, so all that I have collated, all the areas that I have collated today, I have gathered them through my friends that live in this area. So these are accurate information that you can consume. Okay, it's not something I got online or from any other person, but directly from people who live in these areas. All right, so I'm going to be mentioning each of the areas, though I'm still going to put all of this names of these areas in my description box below, but I need to explain one or two things about each of the areas according to how my friends told me, and so you have an idea of what's happening in that area. So on the first one on my list, like I said, I got all this information from all my friends living in different areas. So the first one on my list is Jardim Helena. So this Jardim Helena, according to my friend there, she says she pays 600 reals, okay? And she also said you can get it like a 2-bedroom flat from like say 1,200 reals, okay? But at the moment, I think she said they just increased her fees to 650 reals. But anyway, I believe that there are apartments. That's now we are talking about one studio apartment, okay? Just one studio for 600 reals. I know there are hers might be 600 or 650, but there are many other places that in that same area in Jardim Helena that would go for 600, okay, even some 500 reals depending on what you want, okay? So like I said, she also said you can find like a 2-bedroom apartment for like 1,200, okay? So I know you can even get below that 1,000, 1,001. She only gave me what she knows according to her own building, but I know that you can actually get for like 1,000, 1,002 for a 2-bedroom apartment. And if you want to check for 1-bedroom apartment, you can go for like 800, 900, okay? So now the next one on my list is Vila Sonia. I have a friend who lives in Vila Sonia. Remember that these places are interior. They are not at the main center in Sao Paulo, in Sao Paulo, okay? They are a little bit inside, but that doesn't mean that you cannot get outside. Some are close to the metro, some are not close to the metro. Some you have to walk like 10-15 minutes to the metro station, okay? So, and in these areas, in all of these areas, because they are inside the interior, things are quite cheap out there, okay, than the city center. Than where I am right now, things are more expensive because I'm actually at the heart of the center of Sao Paulo, okay? So the next one on my list is Vila Sonia. Like I said, I have a friend in Vila Sonia and he pays 800 reals for 1-bedroom apartment, okay? A parlor, a room, bathroom, toilet, kitchen, okay, for 800 reals. And from what I heard as well, 2-bedroom apartment can go for as low as 1,000 reals, and I think 1-bedroom apartment for as low as I think 900 or 1,000 thereabout. Now the next one on my list is Jardim Castelo. My friend actually lives in a 1-studio apartment here. She pays 600 reals, and all these things I'm talking about is minus your light bill and minus your internet bill, okay? Minus your light and internet bill. No, minus your light, water, and internet bill. So you pay your internet bill on your own, you find your way on that, and then your water bill different, and then your light bill different. The light and water bill is usually not so much, okay? Brazil doesn't really charge so high for light and water bill. All right, so anyway, the next one on my list is Itaquera. Okay, Itaquera as well. My friend lives there. He says he pays 500 reals for his own studio apartment, but you can get between 600 reals and 500 reals. Okay, so also it's also the same thing. All these places you can get a 1-bedroom apartment for as low as 900, 1,000 reals, or a 2-bedroom apartment for as low as 1,001, 1,200 reals. They are reasonable prices if you ask me. And remember, these places are the interior, okay? They're a little bit inside, but it's still manageable. You can, you know, walk to the metro 10 to 15 minutes, or even some might even be like say 20 minutes. Okay, so now the next one on my list is Guaianases. It's still the same thing. Okay, rent still goes for the same 500, 600 for a studio apartment, and also what is it called now, and also 1 bedroom apartment can go for between 900, 1000. Remember, but I said the one in Vila Sonia, my friend pays 800 for 1 bedroom apartment, but it's inside. The metro doesn't go there. Okay, the metro does not go there at all, and the metro does not go there, but they can get bus. They use bus. I've been to that area before. Been to my friend's place before. There was no train, but buses. Yes, we were able to use the bus from Republica to his place. Now, so then I think his light bill was like 80 real. So it all depends on how you use light. If you're a family of maybe more than 2 people, you might be consuming light. I don't know how you'll be using your light, but it's usually not expensive. Light can be between 80 reals to 100 or to 150 reals. It's not expensive. Even water, it all depends on how you use water and all of that stuff. It's usually not expensive anyway. So this video is actually inspired by a video I made saying how I live cheap in Brazil. Okay, I talked about my apartment and why I am living cheap in Brazil, relating it to the economical situation in Brazil at the moment and how you should be able to manage yourself, letting you know how you can manage yourself when you arrive in Brazil. So that's the inspiration for this video, to also share to people how they can the weather is so hot at this time in Sao Paulo, how you can actually rent apartments for cheap in Brazil. Now in Sao Paulo. Now I'm in Sao Paulo, but these prices are similar in Rio de Janeiro, because I've actually lived in Rio, and it's like this. Okay, my friend lives in a studio, but even when I was there, I got an apartment for as low as 400 reals. 400 reals for a 1 bedroom apartment, but it was in a favela, but a very nice favela. Favelas are like the Ajegulens, where you find very bad people, but there are some favelas that are no bad people. Normal people are living there. Very nice apartments. So it all depends on the one you choose to go live. You can go live in the rascally area, or you can live in the favelas that are very, very good and full of responsible families. So the favela that I lived in Rio de Janeiro was full of families. It was like a village, very nice. Families were living there. In fact, most of the people there owned their own houses. Okay, they owned their own houses, so it was like a family village. So I paid 400, as low as that. So if you want to get, like, say, below 400, usually you will not get more than 500 real. The least you can get for a studio room apartment is 500 reals. Okay, I offed my fan because I didn't want the noise to go into my video. So, and there is a lot of heat right now. So anyway, so like I was saying, if you want to go, like I said, the minimum you can get for a studio is 500 reals. That's the lowest in a normal neighborhood. But if you want to go below 500, you have to go into the favelas. So there are good favelas, there are bad favelas. So I have lived in a very good favela before, and I paid 400 for 1 bedroom. Like I had a room and I had a parlor. That was when I was in Rio. Okay, so learn to live cheap in Brazil, because the economical situation is not smiling at anybody. So like I was saying, I don't know, I stopped at Guaianases, and just to say that in the favelas, you don't even pay for water, and you don't even pay for light. Okay, I don't know what problem they have with the government, but the government don't even bother them about light and water. That's in all the favelas. Okay, so I didn't pay for light, I didn't pay for water. I only was paying for my rent, which was just 400, a 1 bedroom apartment. So, but if it's the normal neighborhood, not a favela, the least you can get is a 500 real for a studio apartment. So like I said, my friend lived in Rio. He lived in a normal neighborhood, not a favela. He was paying 600 reals for a studio apartment minus. No, it was it? No, he had 2. He was paying for 1 bedroom actually. He was paying for a 1 bedroom actually. 1 bedroom, yeah, I think 1 bedroom. He had a room, and then he had he had a room, and then he had a normal parlor. That was actually 600, yeah, in a very nice neighborhood actually. So anyway, the prices are similar in these 2 cities that I have lived in. So now the last one, on my list is, oh my god, the name is so long, so you have to forgive me. But in this neighborhood, this particular neighborhood I'm about to mention right now, Itaquaquecetuba. Hey, Jesus Christ, that's so long. Anyway, in this area, my friend lives there, and he lives in a condo. Actually, condos are really very nice places, very very cute places. Condo, like, you have gated, it's gated and all of that stuff. And so he lives there, and he lives in a 2-bedroom apartment for as low as 1,000 reals, like 1,000 for a 2-bedroom in a condo, not like a normal compound, not like a normal condo. Like, that's very cheap, but he is very far away from the metro, very far away from the metro. Okay, so he has to take a Uber to the to get to the metro. So that's the disadvantage. And anyway, he also pays for light, and he also pays for water. Generally, to cut the long story short, the lowest you can ever get a studio apartment is 500 reals, and the minimum is 600 reals for a studio apartment. Okay, you minus your water, minus your light bill, which is usually not expensive, and then you pay for your internet. For, like, in these areas that I mentioned now, you can get internet pay. You can pay for internet for as low as 70 reals every month. But in my area, being at the city center, I pay 100 reals every month. You see the difference. So things are quite cheaper in the interior areas. But in all this type of neighborhoods right here, these ones that I am at the city center, I'm right in front of a metro station. So things are quite expensive. So you understand the difference. So if you want to get apartments like this, you can actually use www.kindleanda. I'll put all the websites where you can actually get all this, where you can find all these apartments. Kindleanda, olx.com, Facebook Marketplace. These are the 3 main places that I really know that my friends have used and have succeeded in. Some also use Zap. There's actually another app called Zap, where you can actually also find all these apartments in there. So I'm going to be putting the links in my description box. And there was something else I wanted to say. Yeah, so that is that for that. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Remember that these prices are quite similar, but in some cities, like, they are very very expensive. You might think, okay, because they're inside, those cities are inside, it might be cheaper. Things are way expensive more in certain cities inside, but this, Sao Paulo is a competitive city. A lot of people have similar things, and the competition is quite not so high like other cities where you go. There are not so many people there, and so there is less competition. So you might find things quite cheaper in the bigger cities than in the smaller cities. Okay, so that is it from me today. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, if you have questions, you can put it down in the comment section below. I will definitely be there to answer you. Have an amazing day, everybody. Bye.